Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of 10 years ago. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this series was to do this show. This show, if you ask me, is my second favourite ever pay-per-view. First one, as you all know, WrestleMania 17, WrestleMania X7, my favourite ever. But my second favourite, ladies and gentlemen, is that. WWF Backlash 2000. It is rather good. Now, before I go on, I'm going to tell you a little story, and that is that this videotape is a whore. This videotape is the Village Bite. Every single wrestling fan I know or have ever known has borrowed this tape, right? To the point where when the last person to borrow it, Matt's Carnage, borrowed it off me, his video player decided it hated me, and it snapped. No tape. So, to do this review, I've had to rely on my trusty backup, which is this. This was taped off Channel 4. Over in England, as I told you about Royal Rumble, we got 4 pay-per-views on Channel 4. Royal Rumble was one of them, Backlash was another, Fully Loaded was another one, and I think Armageddon was the 4th, although don't quote me on that one because I can't actually remember, I'm afraid. So yes, what this meant is that I got advert breaks. Yay. It also meant that any blood and any violence towards women was heavily edited out. Funny stuff, to be sure. We'll tell you about that as it goes on. Anyway, the first shock of the night is Deborah coming out. The first person who comes out is Deborah. She's going to do the ring announcing for the first match. There's 2 problems with this. The first is if you knew your stuff at the time, you knew that Deborah was banging Stone Cold Steve Austin, so there's pretty much a giveaway that Austin was definitely going to be there in some capacity during the night. The second problem, and this for me was the bigger of the 2 problems, I guarantee you that. The second problem was that Deborah was fucking hammered. I'm talking Scott Hall piss here. So she staggers to the ring and does the ring announcing, and it's not pretty, but we'll talk about that more in a second. So, in the opening contest, Edge and Christian defeated X-Pac and Road Dogg. Good match to retain the tag team titles. This is an interesting one, really, because, X-Pac and Road Dogg, 2 wrestlers that I don't really have a lot of time for, but pulled out a great match. So let's talk about this one. So, nice back and forth between X-Pac and Edge. Nice head scissors by Edge on Road Dogg. A beautiful power slam. That gets 2 for Christian. Christian gets a tag, but the ref doesn't see it. So DX started to double team him. Long chinlock by Road Dogg kills some time. Now, that's what it felt like. It wasn't a rest hold or such. It was just like, we've got 9 minutes. Let's go longer. Let's kill some time. Anyway, Edge hits a diving headbutt on Dogg. That gets 2 for Christian. Christian gets a nice double DDT. Hot tag to Edge, who hits a great powerbomb on X-Pac. That's brilliant, right? X-Pac comes charging at him, and he jumps up in the air. Edge catches him in midair and fucking powerbombs him down. Brilliant, absolutely superb. Pump handle slam is reversed into unpretty. It is reversed. Edge hits a huge spear on Road Dogg. Tori holds Edge. X-Pac goes to hit him, but she gets hit instead. Roll off, that gets 2. And the fans, oh my god, the fans are going absolutely fucking nuts. Eating up with the proverbial spoon. X-Pac hits the X Factor, but the camera completely misses it. Complete and utter miss it. You see him sort of do the kick and go to grab him, so he's hit the X Factor. Because next thing you know, the guy's on the floor. But if the camera doesn't see it, Christian uses the ring bell, enabling him to get the 3. X-Pac does a manly blade job, I remember that clearly, but of course it's Channel 4 that I'm watching it on, so we don't get to see it, but just trust me, he does a quite manly blade job. And then Deborah slurs about Edge and Christian winning. She goes, the winner of the... and you're like, oh my. Turning up on the... basically, here's a lesson for the kids, right? Alcohol and microphones don't mix. Remember that, children. This was a good opener. This one got the night off to a good start. There was the right result. The crowd were shit hot for the whole thing. I mean, the whole match, the crowd were fully into... Even the chin lock. The chin lock, is normally a crowd killer. The crowd were loving it. Next, Dean Malenko defeated Scotty to Hotty in a truly awesome match to retain the light heavyweight championship. Now, this is a 4-star match, right? 4 stars. This matches like this bug me. And I tell you, I can hear you saying, Mark, why do matches like this bug you when they're so good? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Right? Matches like this bug me because it proves that when the WWF put their minds to it, they could pull out stellar cruiserweight matches, right? Really, really, really good cruiserweight matches. Think back, through all the time, and of course, typically I can't think of any that comes to my mind. There's a cruiserweight match. Oh, Great Sasuke versus who is it? Oh, fuck it. Don't care about this moment. When it puts its mind to it, it can really put on good cruiserweight action matches, and this was an absolute blinder. Scotty starts well, some nice offense, including a nice belly-to-back suplex. Scotty goes for the face buster, but he eats clothesline. Dean Malenko then goes to starts working Scotty's left leg a lot. He really does go to work with it. I mean, he dissects the leg, is a good way of putting it. He slams it into the ring post various times, and Scotty, to his credit, he sells it beautifully. He sells into the leg absolutely beautifully. Kick to the leg makes Scotty somersault, for example. He gets kicked and he does a full somersault, and you're like, whoa, go Scotty! Scotty's going up in the estimation just because of this one match. Like, damn, Scotty, I thought we saw you as shit, but this match is really good. Dean hits a shin breaker. Scotty comes back with an enziguri. Dean goes back to the leg. He sets up Scotty in the corner and battles and he starts hitting the knee. Goes for a figure four, but Scotty is able to roll him up for two. They goes to the top, and Dean connects with a really, really nice superplex. Scotty gets two off the backside. Dean goes for a cloverleaf, but Scotty again rolls him up for two. But then I like this match a lot, right? This match would have been 4.5 stars. This match is 4.5 stars, right? It gets knocked down to 3.5 when Scotty hits the worm. Now, I know it's one of his finishing moves, and I know that he's meant to be feeding off the adrenaline of the crowd and that, like Bulk Hogan used to do. But yeah, he does the worm on the left leg. The left leg does the W-O-R-M on the leg that he spent the whole match getting pummeled off. That knocks it down to 3.5 stars. Bear with me, because I know you think yourself, you just said it's 4. Don't worry. Dean goes for a cover with his feet on the ropes. The referee stops him. Underhook bomb gets 2 for Dean. That's amazing. God, can you imagine that? Underhook powerbomb. You're just like, don't see shit like that anymore. Really don't. Dean Malenko goes up. The power slam gets 2 for Dean, and Dean goes up top. Scotty joins him and goes to do a superplex, which Dean Malenko counters in mid-air into a DDT for the 1, 2, 3, and that, ladies and gentlemen, just that one move takes it back up to a 4-star match. Think about if Scotty had fucking not done that work. This could have been 4.5 stars easily. In fact, if you gave this one 4.5 stars, well done for you. Good move. I give it 4. I'm a nitpicky kind of guy. Gotta say this, Scotty is dead. The 1, 2, 3 is absolutely academic. This match, Dean Malenko's best ever WWF match, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Scotty to Hotty's best ever match. Ever. Absolutely freaking stunning.